But right now everything seems good. Gotta check that the internet is going good. Because it's being a little moody in a couple of streams. Looks like we are good, internet-wise. Now it is time to just check a few things. Layout seems good. Yep, player is good. Gotta pop out the chat, because I still do not have a second monitor, whatever you pronounce it. And I need to have windows all over the place to get things correct. Do not open files. I did not want to open a file. That was but a misclick. Have chat where I want it to be. Now we're back with a drawing stream. We're back. Last 2 days ago, last Saturday, I finished playing Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. It was a good time, but I was quite tired. And I look forward to play a game that isn't physically exhausting. Because boy, that tested me quite a bit. But in a good way. I really like the game. There's a part of me that wants to do all the platinum things in that game, but I'm just like, no. Do not have it in me. At least not live. Maybe one day. It would be too much like bumbling through getting all the platinum ones. It's like one day. But that day is not this day. Anyway, let's see. We are now going to alert the world and we can start. I'm going to be working on doing some animation, which I guess some of the, well, there's a bunch to animate still. I kind of just got the main motion done here. I'm going to play it, and as you can see, this is actually currently my raid alert. I thought it would be funny just to have it all sketchy. We haven't seen it yet, but maybe one day. But even if we don't actually get to see the sketch version, I actually leave the sketch version as like a rare alert. I have that also for my new follower alert. I have the prototype, just in case, just for funsies. So this one I probably will leave also, because I think it's funny. Anyway, I gotta alert the world about this stream. I'll be streaming for about 2 hours as usual. Not a lot of reason to stream more right now, but hey, maybe if I reach affiliate, I'll have more of a reason to stream more. But right now, it's just, just gotta meet those requirements. But I am enjoying these streams, and they do help me with productivity. Gotta do some posting. We're listening to some spirit tracks, and sadly, the names are quite loud. No, I was loud there. They're quite long, so we can't actually see we can only see the game it's from, not the, whatchamacallit, the actual name of the song, but it's all from Spirit Tracks. That's all you need to know, really. Yeah, for now I'm just gonna keep alerting. This is why I need a stream starting soon, so I can start stream, verify everything's good, and then alert the world instead of being with me here. But maybe it's nice to just, I'm already here, I'm already speaking, blah 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 blah. Isn't it nice to hear the sound of a voice? Very nice indeed. Just gonna keep alerting. I gotta keep alerting. Alert everybody. Know that I am drawing animation, which is actually something that I don't do that often. Recently I finally got a reason to actually do animations, which is with my alerts and stuff. So, yeah. It is actually nice to finally see like the whole animation come together. I still don't really know exactly what's the, like process, but it's messy, but in theory there's results and such. Yeah, anyway, how are we doing here? All good, pretty sure. Okay, we can begin shortly. But yeah, I want to start also brainstorming more like ideas for alerts and stuff. Right now, I just kind of want the new follow, which it has been completed, and the raid one, because I think all of the other alerts are like more based on like donations and stuff, which I don't have set up. Bits I don't think I have unlocked or any of that stuff, so those will come later. For now, I just want the basics, since this stream is still a work in progress. Okay, the socials have been alerted to my presence. Now, just one more thing. And I will gonna post this one, and I didn't forget to change my stream title and stuff. I keep forgetting, and I'm playing games when I'm doing art, and art when I'm doing games. Yeah, but now I'm getting the hang of it. It's all good. So I'm just gonna do it. There we go. That's a thing. I should probably do a screenshot. Oh well, too late. It is done. Everything has been alerted. We can now properly begin. Now let me remember how to exist. Putting things up. Yeah, we're working on some. Technically, there's a lot of incomplete things with this one, but what is this? I don't need this type of email. Even though I have the base idea, I still there's stuff missing here, which is I think I'm gonna keep adding those elements. I'm not at the refining state yet, but yeah. Here we have Curse. This is one of my probably my favorite OC at the moment. She still needs some. It's been a while since I haven't changed the design, so I probably need to update her a little bit. But for now, that's what she looks like, and she has a big scythe. I haven't thought too much about channel branding or anything, but at least I want to keep, like, a lot of these alerts are like references to my webcomic, Spirits of Monotony, featuring these characters. So, I'm just keeping the alerts based on that, because I don't know. Look, I might be a charming little skeleton guy, but I just don't think it's what I want to do right now. I want to have my characters. I want people to see my characters. You want to see this pile of bones, you're already looking at it. So, yeah. Anyway, I need a second to think. So, we have the base animation here. I rarely do animation in Clip Studio, so I just forget. How to use it. So, right now, my idea is for the raid message, I want to be, you got like, I don't know if I want to use the word haunted, but just like raided by such number of spirits. Oh no. Is this what I think it is? I think it is. Bort, oh no, of the Boreal Valley. I must delete you. You look like spam, and you probably were spam. I actually didn't read the whole message, but if you are a poor innocent person, I'm sorry, I hit delete your message, but I think you are a Bort of the Boreal Valley, and you must disappear. Anyway, so spirits, like the title, boo. The idea is basically Curse fighting off, that's her name, Curse, fighting off all these spirits that are flying on screen. I don't know how many they're gonna be. I can only work with 24 frames per second in this version of Clip Studio. If you want uncapped frames, you need the EX version, but I am cheap. And I don't want to pay for that at the moment. If I'm gonna pay for something, I should buy a new drawing tablet, because this drawing tablet is 13 years old. But it's still kicking. So, I'm gonna work on the spirits here part of it. Maybe get a gist of, like... It's kind of like, yeah, it's like a square like this. I intend to have it be backgroundless at the moment. If it looks bad, then I might change it. With the Jill animation, actually, the new follower one, it kind of doesn't have a background, but because it's a door opening with a door frame, it kind of creates the framing and background. And so that one just kind of nicely came together. But this one doesn't have a background, so maybe I'll add a background if I feel like it needs it. If like the details get lost or something. So it might be a good idea, but we'll see how it rolls out. Right now, I just want to see what things are gonna look like, so I'm kind of brainstorming as I'm speaking, but yeah, so I think a new animation folder if I remember correctly, and it's gonna go. So I have this about 5-frame loop animation here, and I can, so if I'm doing like small loops, I can do a higher frame rate. I think the Jill one had like a lower frame rate because it just, partially because I wanted to draw less, but also, again, 24 frames. I think I used all 24 frames. Hello, Parches. You were missed last stream. I was bongoing, so it makes sense. If you would like to take a small step back, so you're not very close to my microphone, that would be very... Oh, no, you don't care. Okay. So I'm gonna put my hand right here, because I need to control C. Parches is my cat. One of my cats. I have lots of cats, but... It seems she likes to hang out when I'm speaking. Or maybe she's just cold. You're cold, right, Parches? You don't meow. You know I'm on mic, and you don't want to meow so people can't hear you. Anyway, so I need to add some ghosties. I don't... So they need to be... I'm trying to think how many would be good. Maybe 3. I don't want to overdo it. Just a few flying by. Though maybe my 3 might be too little. Maybe 3 on the foreground, a couple more in the background. I don't know. Anyway, I think at the moment I just need to come up with like a general like idea what it's going to look like without spending too much time drawing. I think that's the right call. So let's just do a little oval shape here. In what layer? I don't know. Okay, let's take a step back and actually make a proper drawing layer. There we go. But I made it inside of the folder and I can't see it. You need to be out of the folder. There we go. So I hope things are going well for people. I have a little bit more energy since I didn't work today. Haha. So that's nice. Yeah. If I still have some energy, maybe I'll stream tomorrow. Since it's like an off-schedule stream, I might stream games or something. There's a couple of games I want to start playing and test out the capture card I have. And one game stream a week is very little. But I can't afford to do more. I'm putting too much effort into what's supposed to just be like a... I don't know, I'm just gonna do like a little... Ooh. I don't know what the spirits look like. I don't know. I'm just kind of like brainstorming shapes. Let's make this just like this. Something like that. That's not what I want, but... Something simple. I actually don't know how to animate this, so we're just gonna play it by ear. So here we are, a little ghosty. Ooh. Or I should say spirit. I don't use ghost, it's spirit. For the branding. I guess people can call them ghosts. Let's make 2 copies. Like I said, I needed 3 spirits. This one. I don't know if the S is gonna become a problem, but S2. Actually, no, numbers are not good. ISP. S, A. Let's use letters. S, B, and S, C. Spirit A, Spirit B, Spirit C. That's better, I think. So what could be like the motion? It could be like... Let's see. Let's try with this one right here. Yeah, they have to fly on the screen, but I don't want it to be like coordinated that well. But it needs to look like it's a bunch. So... Let's start with Spirit 1. Or Spirit A. Actually, it's a bit easier to read if it's just read the whole thing. What are you doing? Did you just... Okay. I just need to answer an email very quickly. I don't want to... Let's see. Oh, nope. Let's see this email. I've been waiting on this email for a bit. Okay. Okay. Need to answer this email rather quickly. Yeah, that's not urgent or anything. Just convention stuff. Let's see. I'm not used to using Gmail on my phone, haha. Let's see. So I need to respond. Okay. To this email. This would be easier on my computer. I hope people are having a good Monday. It's not the best day for people, but since I usually get Mondays off, this is kind of like my weekend. I'll be having a good time. Where am I supposed to do this thing? Right, so this thing. Hopefully it's enough, but let's see. In terms of games I want to play for when I get the capture card, I have like a lot of things. I'm trying to decide like, because there's a couple of games that are like longer that will take multiple sessions. I'm like, oh, I really want to play that. But I'm like, oh, maybe just for like testing, I should do something quick. So I'm thinking maybe Mario 64. I kind of been playing a lot of 3D platformers, which maybe it's not great for variety, but and by a lot, I guess I've only played 2 games. But Donkey Kong is more like a 2.5D, I suppose. But yeah, Donkey Kong. But I really like Mario 64. It's a good one to test. I can play it on my Switch. And oh, hello. Signal Raven. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I guess I can just call you Raven. I'm doing some animating, but I actually gotta answer an email really quickly. Hopefully this is what they're asking for. If not... But yeah, we're almost done with this email I need to answer. I just popped up on stream and I want to answer it as quickly as I am able to. And let's see. Hopefully. Is this it? Yeah, and I was trying to, as I'm trying to answer this email, I was thinking about just what game I'm gonna play. next. I wanted to play a game that requires to use the capture card I got. So I was thinking of plugging in my Switch and maybe Mario 64. I think that would be a fun one. It's similar to Mario Sunshine. It's a comfort game for me. And I think it's actually easier because there's no blue coins. So that's nice. So I think that this should be faster getting all 120 stars in Mario 64 than in Sunshine. Yeah. This is just SS. Hopefully that's enough. Hopefully I didn't do a big goof. Get this loan. If not. Okay, so there's that. Hopefully that's the correct thing. If not, whoopsie daisy, I might have done a big mistake. We'll see. Anyway, that's that email. Time for more animating. And we're gonna not have everything broken for a second there. Hope everything's good to go. Anyway, I was organizing these little spirit guys who are gonna be part of the animation of my alert and in layers. You actually can't see because of how I have Clip Studio cropped. Hopefully when I get a second monitor I can kind of fix that, but yeah, you can't see the timeline. I'm afraid to show. Actually, I can just stretch it and you can kind of see the timeline. Whoop. Here's a timeline where I do all the animation stuff, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, you can't see it because it's, like, cropped. How much? I actually don't remember how big I had it, so I don't know. It was somewhere around there. That sounds correct. And that's where I manage all the frames and blah, blah, blah. So, can I copy this and see? Copy, and in theory, I think they can be in the same folder. I want to keep things separated right now. Just because I'm kind of, when I animate things, is like the first time I do anything, so I don't animate that often. So this idea is it's the first, so I gotta figure out a lot of the organizing my layers and not make a gigantic mess. Okay, so the question is how many frames, because the ghosties can be more than 5 frames. And like so if it's 5 frames I can do about let's see, but it's a pretty fast frame rate right now. Yeah, 24, meaning that if I do add like unique ghosts and stuff, they're actually gonna fly by pretty fast, depending on how I want to organize it. This should be like a 1 second loop, unless I want to lower the frame rate. I like the speed here, but depending on how it goes with the ghosts, maybe I want to do it. There's a couple of other ways I can probably do stuff, but I'd rather work with the limitations. This is not too bad, but I think 24 looks much more frantic, which is what I was going for. So for now we're gonna work with 24 and our 24 frame limit. I was about to say, yeah, that sound effect, I think we should just put the game, but I was just like, is that like a weird alert I left on? What was that? It reminds me of something like the default Twitch sound effects. I was like, what? It freaked me out. It freaked me out. Okay. Boy, oh boy. So Spirit A. I guess Spirit A. Save 1. Yeah, it's a little disorganized here, but it's okay. So this is Spirit A. There we go, animation cell. So let's put it in 1. Boop. There you are. And so I can do like a copy. It's gonna immediately make it 2. Then we could set it to 2 and start moving around. Where's my trusty onion skin? Let's do one working with just the 5 frames we're working with. It's gonna look really bad and fast, but I just want to see what it looks like. What is this? Ooh, okay. Nothing to worry about. So we're just gonna keep doing this with all 3, and then I'll see how I can start fixing some junk. I should probably just copy all of these immediately, but eh. We have 4. And then we can add 5. 5. That being said, well, it could be like a nothing frame in 6. Yeah, that's way too fast. You can barely like process what's going on. That's why I think it's like good that I duplicate the here, because I can do 4 loops in this with my 24 frames of course this little swipe animation, so I can actually give the ghosts more frames of movement. Because yeah, right now it's just like those ghosts are dangerous. Those are bullets, which maybe it's why she's being so frantic, but I can't tell what's going on. So we can then expand the timeline here to, let's say, 10. 10 or 11. I forget what's gonna be the actual outcome here. Because I have it at 6 because of the... Why do I have it at 6 actually? There was a reason. Where's the 6 frame animation? I forget. No, that's a 5 frame animation. What's going on here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or was it a 5 frame animation? I'm being stupid. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. I'm trying to remember how I construct this animation. I feel like it's something really obvious. For some reason, my brain is just not processing it. Yeah, so I didn't expand the loop. So what did I reuse here? 5. Let me see. Is this a shortcut? Oh, it is a shortcut. I was gonna say, I remember having this set up, but I wasn't sure if it transferred computers. So, 1. Six. Wait, who's 6? Huh? What do you mean 6? Do I have like a weird like layer mess here? Because I remember, yeah, I had a bunch of other potential frames that I canned. I was looking at the wrong thing. That's what happened. Let's go down here. This is the right one. So maybe this is 6 frame and I was just being silly. Yeah, the layers here are kind of named like... Yeah, that's a mess. That's a mess. We're gonna have to clean that up. Let's see. 1, 1B, and 3. Yeah, there was a logic behind the weird naming convention, but it only mattered at the time when I was doing the testing. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's actually 6 frames. Okay. So I need a 6th ghost for now. Well, I'm gonna need more than that, but... ghost number 6. Here are my summons. I don't know what I did, but... I need to lock this layer. You get locked, nerd. Okay. Okay. I didn't want to move view curse, so we'll do this. Let's not cause that mistake ever again. Slightly faster. Only slightly. So 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, that's too fast right now with the 24 frames. Way too fast. Barely even tell what's going on. It is pretty funny. I do think the vision is coming together. It's gonna be a lot of just this, me figuring things out. It's not the most exciting, but I'm sure it's something interesting for somebody. I was just thinking about stuff. Anyway. Okay, so right now I want to focus on making this loop. So right now, just for preservation's sake, I'm gonna make a copy of this whole thing here. And I want to rename these things because they're kind of a mess. These are cursed ones here. Is this the copy? Yeah, this one shouldn't be visible. And I'm gonna actually lock this one just in case. Yeah. Not visible and locked. So I want to loop this to, right now it's 6, so let's make it 12. Yeah, 12, there we go. And we're going to expand this to 12. And see if 12 frames of ghost movement are enough. Yeah, I do want to rename some of these, which might break everything for a second, but let's see. You, curse 1, that makes sense. Ku wound. And this 1B, I'm gonna call you 2, which will delete the actual frame, so I gotta remember and put it there. Then 3A, we're gonna name it 3. Except, let's cancel that right quick, because there's already a curse 3. So, how do I fix this without blowing things up? Shouldn't be too much of an issue, but... So 3A is the top one, because it's the last one, I guess. So let's just name it 3. Curse 3. I think actually that actually did break it. It's okay, because we'll just name this one curse 4, and 3. 3, 4. And then 3B is 5. And then 6 is here. Why did it auto-update this time? Weird. And did it explode? Yeah, so that is correct. Because I added more frames, so it's not looping where I want it to loop. So let's make it loop where I want it to loop really quickly, just to ensure. Yep, there we go. It looks like everything is in order, and now my layer doesn't look like garbage. That being said, I do want to organize these really quickly. Okay, nice and legible now. So now we just make this 12 again, and loop it again. So 1, 2, I don't know if there's a faster way of doing this, but 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh no, there's 2 2s. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there is another 2 right here, huh? Is it selected in any fashion? No. So there's an unused frame right here. So I did do a safety copy, so this should be safe to do. I think everything is in order. I move the spirits because they are making a bit of a mess. Yeah, I think that's the way it used to be. Now on a 12 frame loop. So I'm just gonna make a billion copies of this really quickly until I get to 12 copies of the same little ghost and see if that's what I'm looking for. Though, give me a second, because I want to turn the lights. It's getting dark in here. And I personally don't like dark rooms. I'm actually curious to see what this is going to sound like. How much it actually picked up me walking away. I always say, I'll check the VOD, and then I go, I'm too lazy to check the VOD. Let's save everything we've done. Yeah, that's how I animate. It's not clean, but it works. It's a lot of like weird layer management. I wonder how other animation programs do it. Yes, we have more to work with, so I'm just gonna do like woo, flying around at the speed of sound. Let's see how that looks. Where does the first ghost enter? Okay. And then 8, 9, 10. Let's see, look around here. And we're not gonna have 11 or 12. Yeah, the 24 frames make it so fast. Is there like a happy medium here with frame rate? I don't know why. I think I can pick whatever frame rate I want, but not as frantic, but the ghosts also just aren't as fast. But 24 seems too fast. But also, I mean, it's 12 frames. It's half a second of ghost, right? No. Yes? Am I thinking it correctly? Because 24 frames per second, 24 is the max. 12, yeah, it's like half a second of ghost. We gotta increase it to 18 frames of Ghost. So let's do just that. And see what it looks like. You think it's cool? I think it looks like a mess. But I'm just trying to, like, work with my limitations. Though I don't think, really... Honestly, I don't think having uncapped frame rate would change this. Because it's like a simple alert, so, like, it would still be about the same amount. Yeah, you're missing all the, I guess, the... Well, I'm inserting the frames action, which I could... Let's see, just so you don't miss out too much. I'll just go whoop. Because I think it is part of it. You're missing out on this action, which I showed it a second ago, but I'm gonna actually scroll it up a little bit so you can actually see it, because somebody probably wants to see this mess. See the frames, and I'm just inserting it in right here because it opens like a little window, which means that like every time I'm going like, oh, I'll put this here and here, you can't. There's no actual visual accompanying that. So there's a 6. No, that's 6, meaning that this has to be 1. So I'm just gonna keep duplicating this curse. And 6. So that should be, yeah, that should loop just fine. And now we want our little ghosty friend over here. 12. So it's technically a 10 frame, it's not a 12 frame. I am a liar. So let's see how many I can do. What if I do it 14 frames? I still want it to be fast, but... just enough movement. Later I'll actually, you know, figure out like a smoother movement. Right now I'm just kind of like putting it all over the place just so it kind of like gives me an idea. So I think there is a better way to show like the ghost movement, but yeah, I think I'm ending at about the same spot. So let me... some good music from Spirit Tracks. I know exactly what just happened right now. If you played the game, you know exactly what happened. Still too... I'm not taking advantage of the frames. Ghost keeps jumping too far ahead. So let's make this a little bit... Okay. Hello. We are... what are we doing? I don't know. I'm working on alert. I'm doing animating. It's a mess. Yeah, I did. It was kind of rushed, but I did change it. The reason why it's rushed is because well, it's not really rushed. It's rushed. The problem is that I made a little mistake because I knew that most like apps and whatever profile pictures are displayed in a circle. So it was like, I'll just draw a circle then and leave the borders white. Who cares? You're not gonna see the white borders. Turns out, in some cases, like when you share links and stuff, it shows the white borders, like the icon as a square. So every time I share the link and actually, or like email alerts, you can actually see the white borders on the icon, which are not intended. So whoops, I gotta fix that. It's an easy fix. It was a very rushed little profile picture because the other one was ancient from olden times. Still looks really not great. The little ghost movement. Like, I really need to use these frames. Or lower the frame rate. How many am I using ghosts now? Like 12? Yeah. I gotta use these ghosts. So I'm trying to, like, right now I'm just kind of sketching out the, like, base idea of this ghost thing. So the idea is, it's this, this is the raid message. Not raid message, raid alert. And, yeah. Basically, it's, Kurt's fending off a bunch of, like, little ghost spirits things flying around. I like the, frame rate it is right now, which is 24 frames, which is really fast compared to the other animation, but it is like a little tricky to, like, it requires you to have way more frames of like animation. These little ghosties I intend to like be very simple, so even if I end up using all 24 frames, at least it's not gonna be a pain in the butt to draw every ghost. But Curse is just like a 5-frame loop, so, or 6-frame loop, and it looks almost the same. Well, I am gonna add some secondary animation, blah blah blah, but yeah. But right now I'm trying to figure out the ghost over here. Like, what's gonna be the actual movement and all of that. So I just have like a little placeholder sketch. I didn't want to move you, Curse, but I accidentally picked the wrong tool for the job. Sorry. So I'm gonna make it move very slowly now. I keep like being afraid that it's moving too slow, but remember, 24 frames per second. This ghost is gonna move fast. And I do want it to look kind of fast, but I also want it to look like, you know, you can actually see what the heck's flying. You can barely make up the like face and the shape that it is indeed a spirit. Are you there, 12? Oh, you are 12. What about 13? 13? Where are you? I feel like I made a mistake somewhere, or maybe not. Just give me a second to fix this really quickly in the timeline. Inserting all those good old frames. Okay. That might be a good amount of speed. It looks really slow right now, but it just depends on how he spread, like, his movement. The movement of the ghost. I want to have about 3 ghosts. I think that's a good amount. Maybe I'll make it rounder. It feels a little slow, but if I had more ghosts on screen, maybe I'll feel more frantic. Maybe it's also the shape that's tripping me out. Maybe I should have made it a circle. Okay, so this whole thing I had set up here, I don't think it would matter. Delete. Because I'm just gonna copy paste this one really quickly. Like this. So, and this put B. Spirit B. And I'm just gonna start moving them around. I need to insert these, or did the copy pasting do the trick? Curse, and yeah, there they are. So where can the other ghost be flying from? Like here. I would prefer them not to be too coordinated though, so let's see. You're gonna use the trusty onion skinning to know where the ghost was and just kinda... Can I hide this one? Just... yeah, one of them is moving so fast I can't even see it. It could also be the preview. When the frame is really fast, the preview kind of can get all screwy. Especially if I'm like using other stuff on the computer. Yeah, it's getting like mixed up with the curse sketchiness. But you're kind of starting to get the gist of the idea, what I'm going for. Yeah, the one on the bottom uses less frames, so it just moves way faster. So, let me fix that. So, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of this for this stream. I don't know if I'll actually get to refining it. Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be a lot of just looking how things look. This is the first time I animate something like this. So, just a lot of figuring things out. These two are kind of matching here, which is not ideal, but... and then... okay, I made this one invisible, right? $15. I'm still not using a lot of frames, but... yeah, the second that ghost enters the curse area, you can't even see it. It's okay, because they'll be, like, on the foreground. Right now, the sketch is not going to be very visible, but that's okay. The movement looks terrible, though, right now, but it's okay. Terrible movement. Okay, I'm gonna check something real quick to see if I didn't make a big mistake. Okay. I need to answer another email really quickly. So, for now I'm gonna leave this playing and you can hear some tunes. I could put like a BRB screen, but whatever. I am not BRB, I'm right here. Just know that I need to answer this really quickly. It's funny, you can actually see that. I don't know if that's information that should be... oh, whatever. I'm just checking an email. And gonna send it to my good pal. and see what... I already forgot what we discussed about this. So let's really quickly send that. I know this is riveting email answering gameplay. This is the email answering podcast. You gotta envision in your mind. The two other spots. The reason why this is time intensive is because it's a convention related thing and I'm picking a table. And I don't know if like people are picking at the same time or not, or how it's done, so we're gonna get a decent table. I think some of the good spots are still available. The main ones I think are already taken. The ones we wanted, but that's okay, because honestly there's barely any spots taken, so I think we got stuff to pick from. Hopefully I get a quick answer. Hopefully I get a quick answer. Let me read the email properly. This is really not great timing. Anyway. That's okay. I need to get that message to continue. Anyway. Okay. Whew. Ghost animating. Has been 80% animating or ghost moving and 20% email answering. Riveting. So what was I doing? Yeah, I was deciding like the ghost motion and all that stuff. I had to think about it for a bit. It's actually funny, the two ghosts look the same and they actually meet paths, so because it's so fast you actually can't tell which one's which when they cross paths. Yeah, 24 might be too much, even though I like how it looks here. That being said, I might be losing frames from the preview, from what the actual thing is gonna look like. I'll have to make you 20. Twenty's not too bad, and the ghosts don't seem like they're moving that frantically. I feel like I need to give the ghosts different... Well, too late for that, me. I was gonna say give them like slightly different appearances so they don't combine and all that, but... Oopsies. Okay. I guess I can come from over here. Okay, now I want it to be too coordinated, but Actually, where's Curse? I want their movement to be relative to her. There's too many ghosts. Ah, scary. Let's look at this mess. Yeah, so right now they're basically kind of coordinated, like their speeds and stuff when they're coming into frame. I don't like that. So I want it to be like slightly different. Coming in at different times. The movement also looks terrible, but like I said, we'll get there. This is more like the brainstorming phase of how things are gonna look. Like, I did it off stream, but this like animation actually had like a bunch of different variations, and I do a couple of more frames. Ended up simplifying it into this. Yeah, curse be gone. Yeah, when they all come together in the middle, it just like... I have like a very specific motion I have in my mind, but it's hard to picture. So let's have Ghost A. Where are you, Ghost A? I will find that happy medium that I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm gonna move all of the movement right now. I made the frame rate a little slower. So it should be kinda good. Here. And then boop. Yeah, that might be good. I don't think the art and what it looks like is really important, so whatever weird ghosty thing I do, it looks a little bad. But, yeah. So actually I'm going to ignore some of the entrance frames here. And see if I can make one that comes in late. So this one came in from, yeah, the middle. So we can start with 7 over here. I think. Is this B? Yeah, this is B. And this is... Let's remove that guy for now, because it's tripping me up. Okay, there we go. A little more variation. still not exactly, but it looks better. How many frames is this? Now that I changed it to 10, is it 20 right now? 18? What's the frame rate right now? 20. Okay, how many frames is B using? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's using 10. I do actually kind of like the speed of 10 compared to like 16 over here. Now that I made the frame rate slightly slower, so... Is there any time they're both on screen? Let's see. Because he starts going. Yeah, and by the time this guy's already coming in, this guy's already out. Well, this guy's leaving. This guy's coming in. So let's see. So we need like an intermediate ghost where maybe it comes from the bottom or like the middle. No, let's see. So one comes from the top. One comes from like the middle. And then goes up, so it could be like the middle lower. And what frame does B enter in, since he enters late? Frame 7, I think. Is he? No. Where is 7? Hello? There you are, 7. We're not actually using you, so actually I think this is 9 frames. 6, 7, 8, 9. It's actually 9, and he enters at 8. So... can I do one that enters at 4? Here. And moves over here. And just keeps going down here. Like I want them to have like fast movement, but also not coordinated. Let's remove curse really quickly. Spirit B. Can I perchance move the entire thing over here? Yeah. Come from the top. And then let's see over here. Yeah, these two kind of come from the same spot. I don't particularly like that. So Spirit A, which is the full one. Please move down here. And then Spirit C, here we go, so it's 4, right? Move up here. Okay. We might need a fourth ghost. This is kind of starting to look what I envisioned. Like this sort of chaotic, a lot of ghosts flying in. That's why I don't want it to be coordinated. I also want to overlap too much in where they're going. But it doesn't look... I think right now... What is it exactly? Like, it's gonna run for a couple of seconds, so it's gonna loop maybe once or twice. I want it to, like, not look too loopy, even if it is loopy. There's a moment here where I feel like, yeah, the motion stops for like a second. So I think if I add a fourth ghost, I can kind of fix that. Or maybe, like, make Ghost B last longer on screen. I don't see it. But yeah, it's a lot, it's like a mess right now. I could blob it with colors so it doesn't create that, but right now, it's fine. But yeah, right now there's, yeah, the problem is, like, where is it? I can kind of see it. The loop has an issue, right? There, I think. Around, so, and then they all kind of exit here. And then it kind of restarts. So I think I need a fourth ghost that enters, like, around here. So we need Spirit D. Come forth, Spirit D. We require your assistance. So actually he comes late, but it's actually already on screen. So we're gonna kind of do like a little backwards thing here. So we gotta say, what's the trajectory of Spirit D? Hello, Parches. I was like, don't step on me. That hurt. Anyway. So we require Spirit D, and Spirit D is a special one, because we're gonna actually... Spirit D is gonna start around... Let's see. So... Somebody exits pretty quickly. Yeah, somebody exits at 10. So maybe around 10 is where we need the help of Spirit D. So 10. Maybe from downtown. Trust the process, maybe. This is gonna overlap with the other ghosts, but it might be fine. As long as they're like... Because they're gonna look different. These are literally placeholders just so I can figure out the, like, amount of frames I need. Okay, I might have made it oopsies really quickly. So let's fix my oopsies. This is Spirit D, right? Spirit D. I should probably not have all of these on. And here. Now you say to yourself, but wait, you're out of frames. Except we're not, because this is where it loops. So now we gotta time travel back to the first frame and place it. I'm gonna put my finger on screen just so I can remember. Here. I'm probably gonna do a lot of tweaking, but I wanna see if my, like, motion, like, the way I'm doing the motion checks out. And then 4. And I delete right before all of 10. Okay. Does this solve my issue? Okay, Spirit D moves a little bit too fast. And also kind of like overlaps with Spirit, who is it, C? I forget which one. So Spirit D needs to calm the heck down. So boop, boop. So yeah, so we do this, and then we can do some time travel, go to 1. But there's no onion skinning, so I don't know where I'm supposed to do, so I'm gonna literally put my finger on my screen to know exactly where it was. And then 4. Add another frame. Might have been a little hiccup somewhere on there, but we can fix it. So Spirit D only shows up to here. So there's Spirit D. So my issue right now is that right. So there's actually a problem with the... Oh, I didn't notice this before. Yeah, there's a problem with the... Maybe that's why the loop wasn't working well. Because everything ends at 16, but actually it's supposed to end at 18 because of the loop. So I did an oopsies, actually. We need 18 frames of ghosts. It's gonna take me a second to fix my layers. Yeah, because they kind of flash right there. Okay. It's just gonna take a second of patience. I say fix these panels down here. I put 17 where 16 went. I apologize for that. 16. There's 16. And boop. Go back to 1. Hmm. 3. I can hide 4. So do we need more frames? Or we need to hide something? So A, I should have labeled these. Okay, A disappears around 10. So it's whatever. C disappears around, that's fine. And then C, no, B. Yeah, so B. Where are you, B? There's a lot of overlap here, so I'm gonna hide some of these ghosties. This is where we are fixing B. 17, 18. Okay, I think I fixed my issue. I hate the other two ghosts, you cannot see them. Ghost A still kind of zooms a little bit. Near the end there. So onion skinning really quickly. Somebody stayed there when he shouldn't. Is it C? I'm seeing the vision. Let me crop this appropriately too. I think. The problem is that right now it's so sketchy that you actually lose track of the ghost movements. So I maybe should start doing this with color blobs. That might help a little bit. It's like, it feels correct, but also like the vision is muddy. Like I can barely tell what happens when they all converge near curse. No. Listen to really quickly for myself. Let's around the actual area, I think. I feel like Flip Street has tools for what I'm doing right now, and I'm just neglecting them. Just doing it traditionally. Which is where the crop starts. So you have a good idea now, but I think I need to... It's not too bad though. Why is 15 recommended? Let's do 15. I think 15 can work. I think it's just 20 is also fine as long as I utilize the amount of frames I have properly. Okay, there's one that's doing something I don't like, even if it's going off frame, but let's see. Where is it? Who are you one that's there? Right there. Goes C. You're moving a little bit too fast, buddy. Nope, no thank you, what I just did on accident, sorry. I'm gonna get a speeding ticket. Goes to C. Ghost C doesn't have extra layers, because I didn't go back and fix that. Let me fix that really quickly. I did the mistake again, it's okay, fixed it. Just delete those. It's still 15, right? Let's save. We don't want to lose any progress. In the event of the lights going kaput. Like, I think if I clean this up, I think this might be fine. Like, I might have to do a little more tweaks to the movement. But I think this kinda does communicate the loop I want. It's just, right now it's so messy that when you see the ghost go in front of Curse, it all mashes together and you don't know which ghost is which. And I think that's kind of important when you're looking at like this mess of movement. That like, the trajectories of each ghost are clear. But they all kind of converge in the middle, and then you don't, because they all look the same right now, it's like not clear what's going on exactly. Like the illusion is kind of messed up. So it still needs more work, but this is kind of what I was going for. You can kind of see it's a little bit more chaotic and ghosts coming in and out. Frame rate doesn't look too bad, but let's look at 20 again. Let's look at it tiny now. Yeah, the movement is like, I'm gonna see when I do like the color blobs, but so like it's like the trajectory is clear. If I make them into different color blobs, it should be clear. So I'm gonna do just that. I wonder if I should just hand draw it and just hack it. That seems a little destructive though, so let's do a folder. Spirits, all. And A, B, C, and D will go in here. Boop, boop. There they are. I'm gonna make a copy. Spirit blobs. So I don't work destructively. And let's work with colors for a second. Where are you, Spirit A? There you are. You're gonna be the red blob. Red blob you are. And I'm too lazy to actually do this properly, so I guess I can do this really quickly. If I keep both layers and do this, that might help. This might just make it into a bigger mess, and this is probably not what a professional would do, but I am not a professional, so this is just my process. My process is a mess until it looks good. Actually, I think I can do this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there goes Spirit A. Spirit B gets to be, let's say, yellow. A little bit of orange yellow, but yellow nonetheless. Where are you, Spirit B? You enter the party late, don't you? Okay. There you are. This should make it more clear how these are moving to my eyes, because right now it just looks like a mess, and I can't confirm whether or not it looks good or not. Period C, intercept 4. Mark the green. I got fooled! not again. Never again. I can't actually draw there because there's a hole in my tablet right there. I think I have these shortcuts so I can just go frame by frame with the keyboard, so I can just keep doing this very quickly. Oops. I'm drawing in the hole again. Yeah, if I knew what I was doing, I probably wouldn't be doing this entire insane, weird process, but it's kind of fun, to be honest. Alright, purple didn't get enough right, because purple is a time-traveling one. Purple. There we go. Messed up these colors. Okay, so this should clarify the movement a little bit more for me. That's weird. Oh, because I didn't delete them. Okay. Still kind of looks like a mess. But it kind of works. But at least I can tell what's going on now. I'm gonna make it 15 again, just in case. Like, I feel like... Adding the fourth one was the right call. I think I need to... Yeah, because they all kind of like... I think... Let me check. You can kind of see... It's much easier to see now with the colors. Yeah, you can actually see them all in here. I don't know if I actually want that. Let me see. Yeah, green... And then we have... You have two. Or maybe it's fine. There's I think one ghost that I need to switch the timing for. Maybe? Let me crop it and see if that helps. Because that is... we can see more frames that we really showed about the ghosts. Yeah. There's like a point where it looks like it's like coming out, and then everybody moves, and then it's not as constant. I want it to feel semi-constant. It feels like it's like they come in a burst, and then they kind of stop for a second, and I don't like that feeling. So let me see if I can figure out who needs to be readjusted. Yeah, red needs to... I think red... Let's see. Disappears, and then there's empty space there. Either I add a fifth ghost, or I need to do something with the empty frames of red. Which I actually don't know if the ghosts are going to be color coded in the actual one, and they might all be the same color. Which, yeah, I don't know, but... Okay, red comes soon, green, yellow, purple. Red is gone for... How many frames is red gone for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then red enters from 1, right? Yeah. Can I have like an extra red one? And make it seem like it's a 5th ghost, but it's just like a really quick one? That might help. Let's see. So red is A. Yeah. And red exits screen on 11. So what if I put a ghost right here? Taking advantage of the fact that red is not around. And we're gonna color this guy pink. Oh no. I cannot do such thing, Ramon. I can draw you like one of these ghosts with monkey ears. Would you like that? Would you like to be a spirit? That's kind of the idea of this raid message. The idea is that you were getting raided by spirits and ghosts. So it's like you're raided by a certain amount of spirits. These are the raiders. Para decirlo en español. Sí, es básicamente la idea es... sí, el branding es más o menos espíritus que están raideando y estos son los raiders. Pero sí, ahorita estoy... Básicamente ya tenía esta animación hecha, solo estoy agregando... Pues estoy averiguando cómo quiero que se muevan los fantasmas, porque nunca he pues animado algo así que apenas lo estoy averiguando. But yeah, basically, I'm figuring things out right now. Let's see. I think I goofed this concept already, but that's okay. Yeah, because there's this. Or I can just do that. So I'm gonna see if I can reuse to make a 5th ghost and see if that fixes what I'm looking at right now. No. Please no. Don't do this to me. My computer cannot handle games. I think adding the pink ghost is good, but the way I added the pink ghost is not good. Wait. I didn't fix... I did not fix... Yeah, I didn't. So we have a couple more frames to work with. Okay. We can fix pink ghost. I'm gonna make it... Why did I put 7? 17! Don't you know how to count? Right, I was in my brain is frying. Okay. Give me a second. I know what I did wrong. Just bear with me. I just goofed this a little bit. I need to focus for just 1 second so I don't goof up my layers further. Okay. Well, ignore the pink blobs for now. That's such a terrible way of doing this. I could have done like a 5th ghost layer, but for some reason I'm trying to just visualize this really quickly, and it's not a great idea. But here I am, with my suboptimal process. Actually drawing this with the mouse right now. I can't believe it. Okay. All this just to see if I like this. How are we at 15 frame rate right now? Yeah. Yeah, here's the problem. I think adding the pink ghost wasn't a terrible idea, maybe. But the pink ghost needs to remain on screen. This is burning up my brain a little bit. But I can kind of see where I went wrong. Pink shouldn't exit that quickly. But I did bake in pink with the right one, so whoops. Okay. So. Okay, I'm trying to decide what's gonna be my next step right now, because I kind of know what I need to do, but it's kind of a mess, a bit of a mess. But yeah. Because the movement's almost, like... It's almost where I want it to be, but it's still doing, like, the pink one needs to, instead of go off screen, because it goes off screen the same time as everybody else. And need, like, one more to stay on screen. So I need the pink one to actually be another spirit. So Spirit E. Well, actually, I think this might save me some time. Spirit A, I'm gonna copy you, scroll you up here. Why do we have 2 Spirit E's? Give me a second. Spirit E, please leave. I'm deleting you. And A is going to become E. E, A, E, E, Sports, A. There we go. And basically, I like where you're coming from, pink, but then right around here. Instead, you should go around here. 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 We will go back to 1 over here. I'm gonna have to do the thumb on my screen to keep track of it. Okay, spirit E is in place, so spirit A. Yeah, this actually, if I hear that I'm not speaking a lot, because this actually requires a lot of focus, so I like make sure I don't make some silly mistake. As simple as it looks. Okay. Did this fix my problem? Let's find out. Honestly, with 5 ghosts, it might be too crowded. I might still need 4. I might just need to, like... Let's see. Pink probably is actually on screen more than I would want. Actually, this might be it, actually. Like, yeah, there are less on screen, but I think now it looks a little less bursty. Like, I think it does feel like a constant just stream of ghosts. And I did avoid Curse's, them to now overlap on Curse's face. As you can see, Curse's face never gets blocked. Yeah. I think once I get, like, give them better animation, they're probably gonna be about the same color, maybe slight variations, I don't know. Like colors of blue or green. I haven't decided on a lot of spirit aesthetic for the comic. But yeah. But we still have 10 minutes to go before we reach the 2-hour mark. But I think, like, there's still gonna be some fixing I need to do, but this kinda, you know, kinda shows what I want to show. Like, it was a big bumbling process, but I think this is fine. I think 15 frame rate actually might be fine. Also. We'll see how this looks once it's actually rendered, but I think, like, right now it looks a little crappy, but if I start adding, like, the proper, like, tweak the movement, and, yeah, I think it will look just fine. Some blobs. Okay. I don't want blobs, I want the other one. Let's see. I want to see, because I think pink can be 1 frame less on screen. Maybe. Actually, that's a big jump right there. Just kind of tweaking the animations before we end stream, which will be soon. But thanks people for tuning in to this, a bit of a Bumble stream, but not a bad one. And by Bumble I just mean not the dating site, I mean just fumbling through my process, that's what I mean. Don't get it confused. But yeah, it's been actually a pretty decent productive wise. Like, I think I figured out quite a bit, you know. Like, it's not perfect, but it's like, I do think just the art, it's not helping, like the movement, like it's not really conveying the movement. So once I actually do proper like little blobs that actually feel like are moving, like it's gonna be simple, but there's gonna be a little bit more animation, and I think it will look better. Even the colors, I think, are messing it up. I just wanted to keep track of them better instead of them just combining all over the place. Even like purple moves a little fast on screen. Though different speeds is probably good. Actually, yellow over there. I don't know what yellow's doing over there. Hey, yellow. What are you doing? Is it my actual preview, or are you... It might be my preview. Yeah, sometimes the preview just goofs it a little bit and, like, doesn't show some of the frames. Yeah, it's not showing this frame. And it's kind of stuttering a little bit. I think this is fine. But okay, there's some stuff I need to figure out regarding that earlier email, so I'm gonna start wrapping up stream. Yeah. But I think this was pretty productive, and you can see my terrible process, but it's a process nonetheless. But no, I'm glad I'm actually getting this done. I've been very lazy to try to figure out animation, because I'm just not... I don't animate that often on Clip Studio. So I'm not used to, like, what are, like... You know, the process. How I should organize my layers, all of that. How things should move. But I promise this will look much better once I'm done. But this is basically it. It's just cleaning this up more. The ghosts are gonna go very fast when I actually clean them up, and Cursed already, like, it's only like a 6-frame loop, so it shouldn't take me that long to draw. But yeah. I am ready to stop. But yeah. I think I organized my layers well enough now that I don't think future me will have too much of an issue. But yeah, thank you very much, people, for joining this busy animation stream. Let me check something very quickly. I actually worked on a, like, fan art print earlier the week, a few days ago. Where is it? This one. So while I'm just making time to reach 2 hours, I think this is what the print's gonna look like. I'm still kind of like... I'm still not great at, like, full illustrations and stuff. But I think this looks pretty decent. For, like, a print. I'm still, like, mixed on the colors and stuff, but I think I like it. And, yeah. But yeah. Just for those who saw the previous stream and wanted some closure. And like, hey, did I finish this? Yes, I did. Basically, it's done. I don't want to go too complex in the shading. I kind of like the more cel shady look. And I think I rotated the drawing a little bit because I just like the way it looked better. Composition-wise. And I did figure something out that I was, remember, out loud complaining on the last stream, which was... I kept picking really saturated colors, and they just didn't look as saturated on the canvas, and I was like, wait, what's going on? Is anything broken? No, it's not broken. I just started this file months ago and forgot that I set the... What's it called? Where is it? The color profile to CMYK, because these are for printing, and that has a more limited color palette. So that's why, even if in RGB you select a very saturated color, CMYK can't recreate it properly. But that's good to know, because then, in theory, you know that the colors you're picking are colors that printer will be able to print. So that's what was happening. So I can actually show it right here. It should show up. It's kind of subtle, but if I change it to RGB, you're gonna see that the shading on her jacket it's gonna become much brighter there. So that should show up there. It's just like bam. And yeah, but that's so when I switch it to CMYK, the colors look a little more muted. So that's also for anybody that knew what the problem was there. You get some closure that I did figure it out eventually, that it was the CMYK thing. But yeah, but that's the Ikuri print. Do not save any changes. But that's done. Maybe I'll do, like, next stream will be more a merch related stream. If I actually draw stuff, I don't know. I might just continue this animation, because I do want to have this alert done and pretty. So yeah. Time to stop this stream. Who the heck is streaming? So anybody I can raid, I don't know. I'm still new to raiding and stuff, so I'm just like, meh. Honestly, I'm mentally tired. I don't want to raid right now. It's okay. It will be next time. I'll get the hang of raiding later. But for now, we are done with stream. We hit 2 hours, which is right now the amount of time I stream. But yeah, that will be it. Maybe next stream I'll play a game. I am considering, so usually my stream schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Unless I decide to change it for any other reason that could make it so I can't stream that day. I might stream tomorrow. I might. I mentioned earlier in the stream, but I'm just like, I kinda want to test some things. So maybe I'll stream tomorrow. No promises though. But since it's an off-schedule stream, it'll probably be a game stream or something. But yeah, if not, I'll see you on Wednesday for another art stream. We're probably just gonna continue this animation, maybe. Because I do want to finish it. It's been on hold for a couple of months. But yeah. But that's it. It's been 2 hours. We're not raiding anybody. Not yet. Not yet. But thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you next time. It is time for me to stop. We're gonna stop the stream. How did we stop the stream? Right, with the handy dandy stop stream button. Of course. Good night, people. Don't get haunted by spirits like Curse. They'll fly around awkwardly and badly animated, and you don't want that. So, good night. Blah.